I'll be your host today, PaddyBMtg. That's me. Tonight we have some awesome stuff going on. I have some MTG Arena codes that I'll be giving away at the end of the stream. To earn those, you'll just need to follow me on Twitter and like the Trophy Mages page on Facebook, and you'll be eligible for that giveaway. So, first off, we'd like to thank our sponsors, Constructive Criticism. They are an awesome group with really great podcasts, and we thank them so much for sponsoring the stream. You can visit them at constructivecriticism.com. And today we're going to be playing some Magic the Gathering draft. We're going to be drafting some Magic 2019. This set has been pretty awesome. Some friends and my teammates have been doing this 100 Days of Draft challenge, and today I wanted to continue with that. So for 100 days, we are doing a draft every single day. And I started when Magic 2019 came out this last Monday. So I've got about 8 or 9 drafts under my belt. And I think I'm ready to go. So, without further ado, let me figure out where this is. Okay, oops, over here. Sweet. Okay, let's hop in a draft. So, some of my thoughts on the format, it's not... Ooh, falling over there. It's not Amonkhet quick, as far as, like, the speed, but it's definitely slanted pretty aggressive. It is a core set, so it's mostly, like, your basics for Magic, which tend to lean more on the side of aggressive. I still think, as far as like the best color in this set, I'm pretty partial to white. Red is also really good too. However, the black removal spells are probably the best like removal spells in the format. But you can pretty much play anything. Almost there. And we're off. What is this? Alright. So this pack is interesting. There's not really any like power cards. Dragon's Horde is pretty good for fixing, but it's not something I'm really excited to first pick. A lot of decks will play Arcane Encyclopedia out of the board against control decks. Although, one thing that I am being pulled towards is this Gravedigger. This card is really powerful, and that's probably going to be my pick. All these other cards are fine. Nothing really first pickable, but Gravedigger, I think, puts us in the right direction that we want to go. In our pod here. Anyone cool? Alright. Magistrate Scepter. Whoa. This card is very good. It's a little slow. So, a 2-mana 2/1 is fine. But the ability to pay 5, draw 2 cards is really good. I'm not sure why. Wow, okay. So there's a Heroic Reinforcements in this pack, which is pretty sweet. I don't think that's a sign that Red-White's open, but this is definitely probably like first pickable. So is this card. I'm probably going to take this Mystic Archaeologist and see if we can't play this card, because paying 5 mana to draw 2 cards on a dude is pretty sweet. Because yeah, like the rare is still here, so they must have picked an uncommon over this. That's interesting. All right, but we'll take it. So Liliana's Contract is kind of medium. It's draw 4 cards, lose 4 life for 5 mana. There's an uncommon in the set that's Blood Divination, where you pay 4 mana, sack a creature, draw 3, which is fine. So in this pack, I'm looking at possibly this Gargoyle Sentinel. Since we do want to activate this like multiple times, this guy can kind of hold down the ground and then turn into a flyer when we're ready to attack and go in. Another strong common is this Aviation Pioneer. You get 3 mana, 2 power, 3 toughness across 2 bodies, which is pretty sweet. Hopefully, I think we could stay a little bit open here with this Gargoyle Sentinel. Either of those two would be really good. I think we'll go with the Pioneer though, just because it's really good with Gravedigger, buying it back. All right. So here we're looking at possibly a Disperse or Cancel. The Skeleton Archer is pretty good. Being a Hill Giant that deals 1 damage to any target is great. You can kill a lot of X1s, like the Mystic Archaeologist. Not really interested in these green cards. Manolith might be a consideration, but I like Archer. You might play like 1 Cancel in a deck. Disperse is also a pretty close pick, but I think I'm going to go with the Archer. All right. So for this pick, since we are in blue, Surgemare is a pretty awesome card. It's a heavy requirement as far as like your colors, but when it deals damage, you get to an opponent, you may draw a card. It's an 0/5, so you have to use that ability to make it a 2/3. But it's like a really good blocker when you're not attacking, and then when you do decide to attack, you can turn it into a 2/3 if it goes unblocked. So I'll probably take that. Another consideration: Shock is pretty good, Stag's good, but I'm gonna take this Surgemare. All right, there's a rare in this pack in Alpine Moon, unplayable. This card is actually pretty good. 5 mana, 3/5. It gets +2/+0 as long as you control a blue creature, which we are going into blue. So then it becomes a 5 mana, 5/5, which is a pretty good rate. I like it. Ooh, we don't have anything yet for this Salvager of Secrets, but I really like this card. Being able to buy back a removal spell is pretty good value. It's basically costs 1 more than what is that card called? Anyway, some Archaeologist that gets you back instant or sorcery. I think it was a 2/1. So also it's on color. We don't have any good removal quite yet, but I think that will be a good card once we do pick up some in this next couple packs here. So let's see. Probably just going to be the Snapping Drake. It's the only blue card in the pack. Also a 3/2 flyer is not a bad rate, so we'll take that. All right, this was our opening pack, and looks like we got a Divination back, so we'll take that. That card is sweet. Probably not playing many of these cards. I can always seem to play 1 Macabre Waltz, but I think I can get one of those back. Not really interested in Magistrate Scepter. I'll just take the Waltz. another Gearsmith Guardian. That's pretty sweet. Yeah, we'll take that. And the cancel came back too. That's pretty nice. So blue is open. Kind of getting that sense of things. Comfortable chill. It's as fine as a combat trick. You can bring that in against hyper aggressive decks. Alright. Crash through. And a basic land. Sweet. So we've got the makings of a pretty awesome blue-black deck so far. I like this Archaeologist, so. This pack, we are probably just taking this Lich's Caress. This is just the basic common black removal spell. Bread and butter, kills anything. Goes pretty well with our Salvager Secrets. Probably not playing 2 Gearsmith Guardians. We might. Skyscanner's also pretty good. Not really in green for that Armosaur. It's not that impressive. But Lich's Caresses are kind of hard to come by. So picking them up is welcome. Alright, so there's another Aviation Pioneer in this pack. That one's pretty good. Probably the best card in the pack is like the Rabbit Bite or the Boar. Fell Spectre is an interesting card. Does 2 damage whenever an opponent discards a card, that player loses 2 life. And then when it enters, they discard a card. That probably seems fine. It's also a 1/3 flyer. I can get with that. Other consideration is Aviation Pioneer. Hopefully we'll will that one. So I'm pretty high on this Vampire Neonate. I've been watching a few of Ben Stark's videos, and not a lot of people are on board with it yet. But in a slow deck, it blocks really well, and the ability is pretty relevant. You can do a lot of damage with this guy. So he's a nice spot on the curve. There's nothing else I'm really interested in taking. Possibly the Anticipate, but I think I'd take my first Neonate over the first Anticipate. So we're drawing a lot of cards with Divination, Archaeologist, Surgemare. We might play a, what is that card called? I think it's Psychic Corrosion. The 3-mana enchantment that whenever you draw a card, each opponent mills 2. If we see it. That's a pretty good win con. Ooh. Okay. I am about this Open the Graves. So this is a really powerful enchantment. Whenever a non-token creature you control dies, you make a 2/2. So we've got a few like smaller creatures. This one seems really sweet. That's a really powerful card. Ether Tunnel is pretty good too. Mirror Image, these are all fine, but I think Open the Graves is the most powerful card in the pack. And it's on color, so we'll take that. Ooh. I love Switcheroo. When you can turn something like a 1/2 into their biggest thing. Switcheroo is pretty sweet. So I think we'll take that. And these like slower decks, Sea Serpent is also a consideration as a way to just like finish closing the game. But I like Switcheroo. It's a really powerful card. We got a lot of 5s. Okay. So So I like Omen Speaker. I also like the Skymarch Bloodletter. This card is pretty sweet. Great rate. 3 mana, 2/2 flyer. And then it drains 1, gains 1 whenever it enters the battlefield. Don't think I want my second Fell Spectre, so it's kind of between Omen Speaker and Bloodletter. And I think I'll start with the Bloodletter. Alright. Ooh, okay. So we have the option. There's a few good cards in this pack for us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So one card will come back. It's probably not going to be any of these. I think I like the Dwindle. It just turns, basically negates a creature. It's like Blue's removal spell, which we're a little light on right now. The fixing is always good, and Disperse is like a temporary removal spell, but I think Dwindle is going to be the pick for us. Okay. Not the biggest fan of a 3 mana 2/3 or a 2/2. Dragon's Horde might be the pick here, now that we are able to like play it on 3, power up into one of our bigger 5s. So I think I'll take that. We might play that. Ooh, another switcheroo. That's pretty good. We could also alternatively take a Duress for the sideboard. Maybe Bog Stomper, but switcheroo is pretty powerful. Alright, and we did wheel the Aviation Pioneer. That's pretty good. I think here we're a little light on 2 drops, so I will pick up this Wall of Mist. It's also nice to give to your opponent when they play a like big Elder Dragon, and you go, here, have a Wall of Mist instead. Do you enjoy? I don't think we're an Aether Tunnel deck. Unblockable, +1/+0. But we might play this Tellurian Scholar. Maybe. Another chill for the board. Knight of the Tusk. And Trumpet Blast. Right. So, Split Flame is a powerful removal spell. 4 damage to a creature at instant speed. You get it back with a dragon. You pay a red and you can bring it back to your hand. I'm not sure that is where we want to be. I think we have plenty of switcheroos. Pioneer's a good one. I think I might actually just take the Dwindle out of this pack. Because we are a little light on removal spells. We just have the Lich's Caress and the first Dwindle that we took. So I think that's the pick here, considering our curve. Even Wind Mage is also a really good card. We do have a few instant and sorceries to be able to trigger it. But I like Dwindle. I think we'll take that. Ooh. Okay. This is a tough pick, because the Death Baron goes really well with our Open the Graves. Makes all our zombies 3/3s. And it's kind of a neat little combo with Skeleton Archer. If you have a Death Baron in play and you cast Skeleton Archer and it resolves, when Skeleton Archer enters, it gives the creature Death Touch. And so the 1 damage, you can just kill something. Other things to look at, hopefully this Reassembling Skeleton wheels, or this Stalking Spores probably won't wheel. This is another one of those common removal spells. But I think I want to take the powerful Death Baron with our Open the Graves, giving all those zombies Death Touch and +1/+1. I think that's where we want to be. Ooh, sweet. So this pack has another Lich's Caress, which I would take over the Stalking Spores. I think that's a pick here. Omniscience is not playable in Limited. Hopefully we can wheel something good out of this pack, maybe a Sea Serpent. But I like Caress. Alright. This pick, we are a little light on 2-drops I'm seeing. We've got a lot of great 3s. Rupture Spire could be a consideration as fixing, but I've been a pretty good fan of Hired Blade. We can kind of hold up Cancel and Hired Blade. The Flash is actually like pretty relevant, and the 3/2 lets you trade up with a few things, so not sad to have a Hired Blade in my arsenal. Okay, well, our Skeleton Archer is a higher pick now that we have this Death Baron. Fel Spectre looks like it might be a skeleton, but it's a Spectre. So no payoff there, but we'll take the Skeleton Archer because that combos so well with the Baron. This pack is interesting. I don't think we have enough artifacts for like a Scholar of the Stars or a Phylactery Lich. We do have the Stopters and another Gearsmith Guardian. Also this Dragon's Horde. Maybe that's not out of the question. Salvager's a really good card too. This is an interesting black pick. The triple black is really hard with Phylactery Lich. So I think I would take the second Salvager over the Scholar of the Stars because it works really well with our instant and sorceries that we have. Alright, I'm going to take a Disperse here because we're a little light on 2-drops. That would give us a little more time to power into our big stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We might wheel one of these blue cards, I'm not sure. Probably get back to basic land, but I like Disperse here. With 2 Salvagers, a Mind Rot is actually interesting as well. The Fel Spectre triggers whenever an opponent discards a card. So with Mind Rot, it's kind of a little mini combo. I think I'll take a Mind Rot too. I think these limited decks are fine playing 1 Mind Rot. Alright. Here we have an Aven Wind Mage. We've got a fair amount of instant and sorcery spells, so I like this 3-drop. Abnormal Endurance might be a consideration too. That's kind of cool with stuff like Death Baron having a Death Touch creature come back, or like an Open the Graves. So like your creature dies, you trade up, but you get it back and you get a 2/2. But I like the Wind Mage. Here we'll take a Duress for the sideboard for the control decks. There's a Sea Serpent. Not sure I'll play him. Same thing with a Bog Stomper. Just kind of says I'm big and I win the game. This pick, just Catalyst Elemental, Pyromancer, kind of in the bottom cards of the deck. So, all right. Well, we've got a pretty sweet deck here. Let's see. Send me over to... Oh, they're not done drafting yet. So we've got a lot of powerful 3-drops. We're going to have to make some cuts. Here. Alright. Let's make this bigger. So we have a lot of our creatures are blue. So I like these Gearsmith Guardians, but it's a little high on the curve to play too many of them. We have a lot of 5-drops. I am liking this combo with the Death Baron and the Skeleton Archers. Those are pretty sweet. Tolarian Scholars, basically filler. I know if I gave my buddy crap a while back ago when he cast Cancel in a limited game, but I think I've kind of come around to saying that 1 is probably fine. I like all of our 2-drops. I don't think we're cutting any of those. I like this card when we're holding up instants. Actually, there's not many instants. Just the Cancel. So that stuff is sorcery speed. We might not play Neonate. That's interesting. These are some hard cuts. I really like this deck. I think we keep the Bloodletter. The Wind Mage is pretty powerful. Maybe we don't need the Dragon's Horde. It just helps fix our colors. So probably cut that. Still need to cut a few more cards. Maybe we don't need 2 switcheroos. No, that card's really powerful. Like, being able to give them, like, the 1/2 off this. Well, let's see. Maybe we play 1 and then board another one to lower our curve a little bit. I could also see maybe just boarding the Fell Spectre and the Mind Rot and bring those in against the slower decks. I like the Snapping Drake. Copwalt seems really good, buying back our dudes. Maybe, Surge Mare is a little hard to cast with the double blue, but I think it's worth it. I like our Cancel. I don't really want to cut that. Might just cut the Hired Blade. Seems to be the weaker one of our cards. We might want to play this Frilled Sea Serpent. Because we don't really have a good, like, once we do control the game with these Salvagers and Caresses, I guess, like, our win con is, like, Open the Graves. I love the art on this one. It's got the dude hiding behind the grave with the frying pan, headed to the dead wedding. So maybe we can't play Surge Mare because the mana, like, we need it, but we need our 2-drops. So that's kind of the conundrum. Maybe something like a Pioneer. Gravedigger. I like having the one Gearsmith Guardian. It's kind of sad that we didn't pick. I kind of want this like Frilled Sea Serpent to be the Horizon Scholar. It's the 6 mana 4/4 flyer with Scry 2 when it enters the battlefield. Basically count the Neonate as a 2-drop because these are our early plays. We might be okay without the Divination because we have the Archaeologist. But it works so well with our Salvagers. How does that look? Maybe because we have these Lich's Caresses, Dwindle's not as good. Maybe something like this. Let me do the math real quick on our mana base. Let's see, what does Magic Online suggest? 9/7. Let's see here. Got a formula on the computer to figure out this math. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 18. Blue sources. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 14 black. Not the biggest fan of Disperse. But it goes pretty well with Cancel when you can instant speed bounce their thing back. Would it be a crime for us to play 16 lands? It might be. Here's what I'll do. I'll bring back in the Divination. I'll cut the Disperse. And we'll go with 16 lands. I like this deck. It's a ton of grinding advantage. But now that that's all settled, let's get into some matches. While we're waiting for our opponent, I do want to announce that we will be doing a giveaway today. I have 5, count it, 5 Magic the Gathering Arena codes to give away. So if you follow me on Twitter tonight, and follow the Trophy Mages, I can track that, and the first 5 people to do so, or we'll probably do a random order with that. Alright. So this hand has 2-drop, 3-drop, 5-drop. Seems good. We'll keep it. Alright, basic swamp. We will play a Wall of Mist. Our Wall of Mist blocks that Walking Corpse really well. Good thing we found our 4th land there. I'll play this Aviation Pioneer. Ooh, Grixis. Skymarch Bloodletter. Okay. don't really want to play out our Gravedigger for no value. And this Wall of Mist is kind of locking down the ground. We'll take 2 from the Bloodletter. That's fine. So I don't really want to switcheroo that. Okay. Vampire Neonate. Walking Corpse. Ooh, there's a Mystic Archaeologist. We haven't really given them reason to remove anything yet, but I do think I am going to switcheroo the Skymarch Bloodletter and the Aviation Pioneer. The Wall of Mist is locking up these creatures on the ground, and that way we get to have all the flyers. And we'll attack with the Thopter, we're not blocking. The next turn we can play the Salvager. We'll block the Walking Corpse, take 3. Snapping Drake. Alright. Here, I think I'm going to leave the Bloodletter back. I'm not really attacking into that 3/2 flyer. But Salvager of Secrets, getting back Switcheroo for some value. I don't really want to play this Mystic Archaeologist until I can protect it, or not really protect it. That's not what I meant to say. Until I can activate it. So on 7 mana, which we're almost there. We're pretty close. I might play it next turn so we can double spell. Alright, interesting attacks here. I think I will block a Walking Corpse, trade there, and a Wall of Mist. I guess we can just kind of clear things up. I'm fine making these trades. What do you have? Oh, chill. Okay. Oh, that was a blowout. Let's attack for 1. Do a switcheroo with the 3/2 flyer. That way we get the better creature. Ooh, they're playing white too. Interesting. Alright, we'll block there. Really want to draw. I could Divination here, not really adding to the board. But I think I'll just play Skeleton Archer and hit the Thopter. That way, we can block the dudes on the ground. Oh, why didn't I attack? That was silly. Alright. Alright, they're going to kill the archer. We kind of had them on a removal spell since I hadn't cast one yet this game. Okay. These guys are kind of beating us down. I think I'll trade with a walking corpse. Let's have another chill. What do we have here? Patient rebuilding. Uh-oh. Okay, so beginning of your upkeep, target opponent puts top 3 cards of their library into their graveyard. Then you draw a card for each land card put in a graveyard this way. Well, that's no good. So we hit our 6th land. That allows us to play Gravedigger, get back Skeleton Archer, and play the Mystic Archaeologist. I am not sure how many times we're going to be activating that card. But that is the best use of our mana. Because Switcheroo only exchanges alternatively, we could play the Salvager of Secrets to return Switcheroo again. But there's nothing I really want to Switcheroo. So let's just get back the Archer and play our Archaeologist. Alright, Patient Rebuilding. We mill 3. They draw 1 card. We milled a Gearsmith Guardian. What are we playing here? Ooh, Horizon Scholar. Okay. That is a card we are interested in switcherooing. Alright, Neonate was a pretty good draw. It lets us use all of our mana. We aren't really attacking into this board, but this Salvager of Secrets can get back the switcheroo, and I can get control of that sweet Horizon Scholar. And we'll play out the Neonate. Right, so they milled our Open the Graves and our Lich's Caress. We still have Macabre Waltz in our deck to get back the Salvager, to get back that Lich's Caress. We don't have any blocks. Okay. So what do I want to switcheroo? Kinda wish I had drawn a land. I think we can safely give them The Salvager of Secrets. Oh, they have a counterspell? Jeez, alright. Well, that's no good. We might be dead here. If they... Okay, I think they see the line. Alright, we will concede this game. Yeah, they saw the line of activate the neonate, attack us for 4. Okay. So patient rebuilding, huh? Kind of makes me want to have this disperse. They're playing a lot of dorky ground creatures. So I don't think I want this Sea Serpent. I think we can win with the Open the Graves and maybe bring in this Gearsmith Guardian. That game, it kind of felt weird because, like, I wasn't able to activate Neonate a lot because I was using my mana for a bunch of other things. And I think they're slow enough that, like, I'm fine boarding that out. Like, they're winning with Patient Rebuilding and, you know, big Horizon Scholars. So I think this might be where we want to be. Hopefully I can cancel, or disperse cancel that Patient Rebuilding. Because that card is pretty good. I think we'd like to be on the play. This hand is interesting. We've got a lot of blue spells that we want to cast, like the cancel, the disperse. But we only have black lands. We are on the play. What was my count on lands? I think I was like 9-7. This is an interesting keep. I think I'm gonna do it. We've got some powerful stuff. One blue land unlocks these 2 spells. I wonder what the white's for with the Meandering River. Alright. Let's cast this Pioneer. Hopefully it doesn't get scattered. Alright. It resolved. That's good. Alright. They have no plays? Alright. That's pretty good. Let's get on the attack plan. Now, they might be holding up a counter spell. I don't really care which one gets countered, but I think I'll start with the Snapping Drake. Next turn we can play the Gravedigger. Alright, not bad. We got that cancel out of their hand. So that's pretty good. Alright, they haven't added anything to the board yet, which kind of tells me they have that Patient Rebuilding. I really want to draw I'm going to Grave Dig back this Snapping Drake. I could have played the Skeleton Archer, but in the case that I draw Death Baron, I want to be able to play Death Baron and then play the Skeleton Archer. So I kind of smell that Patient Rebuilding. They haven't played anything. Oh, Millstone. Okay. No other plays? Sweet. Oh, there we go. So this turn, I will play our lovely little Death Baron before combat, because it pumps up the Gravedigger. We'll go swinging in. Then next turn, if they decide to play a blocker, I can, or a big thing, I can cast this Murder. Boo. Ow, man. Maybe I should have, I probably wanted to bounce that back to my hand, now that I think about it. That was a little loose. I think we'll be fine, though. There we go. Okay. Let's go to combat. Come on, let us attack. Got them on a 3-turn clock here. So I think what I'm going to do is play the Snapping Drake that they know about and hold up Disperse. Alternatively, I could hold up Cancel. Oh, no. Ow. I clicked through it again. So this turn, we're holding up Cancel. Cool. Alright, they conceded. So I like our board plan. Is there anything else I want to change? We're just kind of on the beats. Maybe because we're just like so on the beat plan, I want to bring in... Oh, they're a control deck. Hold on. Maybe I want to bring in this Mind Rot. And the Fell Spectre. That actually makes a little more sense. Be a little more proactive. We'll give that a shot. Alright. We're on the draw. This hand looks pretty good. I like having Archaeologist, Lich's Caress. These are all cards I want to cast. If we had another land, we can play the Wind Mage. We'll keep. Alright, double Caress. Not bad. We need to hit some lands, though. There's a Mind Rot. Let's play this Wall of Mist. Alright, so they play Millstone. Land for the turn. Pass to us. Ugh. So we missed our third land drop. Fortunately, we do have a play in the Mystic Archaeologist. But missing that land is not bueno. Alright, at this point, I am fine attacking with the Mystic Archaeologist as a 2-drop, trading for their 4-drop. We won't activate that ability for a long time, but we want to get those sick beats in. Yeah, they don't block, so. Kind of unfortunate that we didn't hit our third land. We can still be in this if we can draw it in the next turn or so. Play the Wind Mage or a Bloodletter to trade with this. They're activating Millstone. Okay. Well, that only helps my cause. Now that we've hit that third land, I think I want to lead on the Skymarch Bloodletter. That resolves, sweet. So we drain, gain. We'll attack for 2. See, like them milling us also, I will block. Okay, Gravedigger it back. Not bad. Now that they have that Gravedigger, okay, Neonate. I'm less eager to attack with my Apprentice. They have 3 cards in hand. I think I'm just going to Mind Route them here. Because we know one of their cards is the 3/2 flyer. So they discarded... Whoa, Banefire on the splash? That's really spicy. Alright, so we know their last card in hand is the 4-mana 3/2. So we're actually like not in too bad a shape. We're going to play that guy. And I think I would trade Gravedigger for the Mystic. Oh, but I've got a Wall Mist. They can't attack into that. So they're going to mill me for 2. Mill Swamp, cancel. I don't think I'm attacking. Second main phase, we'll play out the Aven Windmage. Because that one I'm fine trading with the Snapping Drake. Alright, they hit the Patient Rebuilding. They mill us for 2. Island Disperse. Alright, this turn, I'm going to play out the Death Baron. Next turn I'll play the Archer, kill the Drake. And hopefully we don't get milled out. They do have a pretty big clock going on us here. With the Millstone and the Patient Rebuilding. 5 cards a turn is no joke. Alright, they milled 3 spells. Alright, mill us 2, Macabre Waltz, Dwindle. Alright. So I think I'm going to play the Skeleton Archer and attack with the Archaeologist. Yeah, we'll play the Archer. We'll kill this Snapping Drake. We'll attack for 2, because that's what we can get in. This next turn, I'll probably Lich's Caress, the Neonate or the Gravedigger, and send with the team. Probably the Gravedigger, unless they give me something better to hit. Yeah. Drain me for 2. Gain there. Mill to Salvager. We've got 10 cards left. We might be able to kill him. But this is big game. Not being able to answer these is a real pain. Alright, Skymarch Bloodletter. That one is probably a decent target for our Lich's Caress. Even Wind Mage gets +1/+1. And I think we're just sending all of our creatures. They can trade with our Death Baron and the Gravedigger. They take 7. Oh, they have the... Oh, man. Strangling Spores, that's pretty good. Alright, so he'll take 4. Hopefully we're not dead. Island, Fell Spectre, Divination. Salvager of Secrets, get back what? Oh, the Strangling Spores? That's pretty silly. Alright, so we drew our own Salvager of Secrets. That gets back. Let me pop up my abnormally large graveyard here, so we have a plethora of options. I'm not wanting to get back Divination since we only have 5 cards in our library. In fact, I think we're just dead this next turn to that. And the cancel's in the graveyard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We don't have the other land there. So we don't have enough mana to get Salvager, disperse the Patient Rebuilding. That buys us like 1 extra turn. Yeah, we're dead. Dang it. Mill. Did not expect that. Last time I played a Mill deck, I went 0-3. I had a late coercive... sorry, what is that card called? I think it's Psychic Corrosion. The 3-mana enchantment, whenever you draw a card, they mill 2. But that deck didn't really work. If I'd had a Patient Rebuilding, it would have been sweet. We won the die roll. I think I like to play first with this deck. This hand, I think I'm going to mulligan. It's 2 lands with a bunch of like 5 and 6 drops. We want some better stuff to be doing early. This hand is much better. Hopefully you can find an island to play Surgemare on 2, Bloodletter on 3. We got a Dwindle, a Caress. This one's pretty good. Skeleton Archer, we're looking for land, so we're going to put that on the bottom. I'll lead on the island, so if we do draw another island, we can play this Surgemare. Ooh, okay. Well, we do have a turn 2 play in Mystic Archaeologist. We'll pass it over. Alright, Doomed Dissenter. Yeah, you got it, man. Okay. We are a 17 land deck. Snapping Drake is not quite what we were looking for. Alright, Sky Scanner. That card's really good. I wanted to take that earlier, but I forgot what we took over it. Oh, that's no good. So they're black-white splashing blue. Alright. Manolith, attack with the Sky Scanner. I don't know why they're not sending with this Doom Dissenter. Oh. Finally sending with the Doom Dissenter. That's fine. I won't block. Alright. There's that island. I think I'm going to play the Skymarch Bloodletter. Hopefully we don't get Essence Scattered. I'm going to attack first. Because it blocks their Sky Scanner pretty well. Gains us a little life back. Cool. It resolved. Ugh. Horizon Scholar. That's gross. I could have kept up Cancel, but not really keeping up Cancel. When I have other plays to make. So hopefully... I do have this Dwindle, though, so that's not the worst thing. I'm going to turn that into a do-nothing. And I think I'm just going to stay back until we draw some more. Draw some more lands. Alright, another Manolith. Into Gallant Cavalry. Okay. Land? No. It's not a land. I think I'm going to play this Surge Bear. It's a pretty good blocker. Don't really want to, like, trade a Wind Mage for a Knight, so... play that. If we draw a land, I get to kill an Archer with... kill a Sky Scanner with an Archer. And he'll lock down the ground pretty well. Alright, Anticipate. I like the old art of Anticipate from Khans of Tarkir. That one's fine. They could have chosen better. Alright, sending with these two dudes. Well, I'll block the token and take two. I like my Bloodletter. I'm not quite willing to trade it yet. Vampire Sovereign. That card's really good. Alright, we have found our fourth land. I think I'm going to play out this Archer. That way he locks up the ground. If I draw another land, I'll get to kill the Sovereign with my Lich's Caress, hopefully. They don't have a counter. But this pretty much locks up the ground. I'll take 3 this next turn from the Sovereign. Plague Mare. Ooh. Okay. Kills my Archaeologist. Alright. And everybody in. Alright. I really don't want to trade off my Archer just yet. I think at this point I'm willing to block to save damage. I'll take 2 from this Knight. What's your next play? Herald of Faith, blarg. Okay. Well. Alright, I think I actually play the Snapping Drake because it trades with the Herald of Faith, and then next turn I'll Lich's Caress the Vampire Sovereign, if I can get there. I think that's gonna be how I can do this. Yeah, because this having the 4 toughness is pretty big against my Snapping Drake. Hopefully they don't have a removal spell. Alright, so they do a Sky Scanner. I think we're still in this game. We just need them to not draw spells. Just draw a bunch of lands. Lich's Caress. Boo. Alright. Definitely sending with the Flyers. Just the Flyers, huh? Okay. Alright, let's kill the 4/3. Gain some life back, but I'm pretty sure we're still just dead this next turn. So we block here, take 3, 4, 5. They're just sending with the Flyers. Okay. Another Doom Dissenter. Those are basically free attacks. Alright, well. I said we need to draw good. Send with everybody. Let's soak up some damage. I'll block the token here. Plague Mare and take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go to 2. That's not fun. Archer? No. Okay. So even if I play this Wind Mage, we block here, we take 3. Really needed to be Skeleton Archer there to block. Sorry, to kill this Sky Scanner and lock up the ground, block these guys, block a Doom Dissenter with the Mare, take 1. Alright. They got this one. Game and record. So, Spencer, we are currently down a game in round 2. 0-1 is the record. So I don't think I like that Sea Serpent. I think a Gearsmith Guardian is where we want to be. I like all of these 05s and 03s against a deck that is playing these little aggressive creatures. Like Doom Dissenters. They block those real nicely. Dwindle was really good there. I think we can maybe go down on a Salvager of Secrets. And bring in the I don't think I really want to disperse. They're a little bit of a slower deck. I like the Mind Rot. I think I'm just going to cut the Vampire. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. For an island. So we've had a lot of these weird hands where just like you don't really get there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, 10-7. Seems fine. Actually, we've got this Death Baron. Let me put in a swamp for that other land. 9-8. I'd like to play first. This hand's pretty awkward. For the first time, we have all of our lands, but like no spells. What do you think, chat? Do I keep this? Just risk it for the biscuit? Or do I mulligan? I think I'm going to mulligan this hand. I want action. Alright, this hand looks much better. Alright, Gearsmith Guardian. I don't know if that's quite what I want right now. I'll put that on the bottom. Play Island Pass. Right. Play our Mystic Archaeologist. Yeah, I think it's correct to always play your 2-drops, even though, like, they could kill it. I think that's what they were saying on LR2, is to, like, not hold this guy. Like, if you can afford to hold him, great. If not, just play him on 2. So, okay. This is kind of what I was hoping they would do, is to play a Skyscanner this turn. Because it is a nice target for this Skeleton Archer. And will let us get in with our Archaeologist this turn. Let's crush him for 2. Got some powerful plays. But I don't think I'm going to add to the board this turn. I think I'm going to draw a couple cards with Archaeologist. Because we've got a decent board presence here. Alright, they'll anticipate end of turn. This card's so good. I am so ready to draw 2 cards. Oh no. Not again. Take no no oh no 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 oh my lordy. Moto, why? Why you lag? I hit OK, and I didn't draw 2 cards. That was the smartest thing I could have done. Alright. Magic Online, stop lagging. Alright. So Aerial Engineer. Alright. Interesting. I think I'm going to play Death Baron this turn. And attack with my Skeleton Archer. Vampire Sovereign. We're still winning this race. With the Sovereign. They're trying to decide if they want to attack. If we draw land, we get to Gravedigger back Archaeologist and play Archaeologist. No attacks. Okay, well, in that case, I'm going to Lich's Caress, the Aerial Engineer, and attack with my 4/4 Death Toucher. Ooh, Bone Dragon. That card is sweet. 5 mana, 5/4 flyer. How is this person down a game? That doesn't make sense. Or down a match. Alright. So I think I'm going to attack. I'll probably trade with this Bone Dragon. Then we will play Gravedigger. And I think I'm actually just going to get back the Skeleton Archer at this point. Because they haven't answered my Death Baron. I would like to use the ability. Cool, I win. Alright. So that one went a lot better. This Disperse is interesting. Maybe we want this other Dwindle. Both options. I think this match is slow enough that, like, might want to do something like this. Take out our walls, so they're not really attacking us on the ground too much. Yeah, it's just wrong. Salvager of Secrets. Buy back our awesome instants and sorceries. I like that. Well, look who we have here.
Switch the mic.
What's up?
Switch the mic.
What do you mean?
So hit the settings so
Okay.
we can play together.
Okay. Where are we at?
So you go to properties.
Okay.
And then just switch to the webcam.
Dope. We're
Okay.
in.
Well, welcome in, Spencer.
Thanks, bud.
Here's
You
our.
gotta scoot over a little bit.
I'm moving. I'm scooching.
All right. I'll just do this, and then you just get real snuggly.
Yeah, yeah.
So we got blue black,
Blue black
and we got
combo town with Deathbearer and Skeleton Archer. Some recursive stuff.
Oh, that's
with
sweet.
Gravedigger. Yeah, yeah.
Gearsmith only with another Gearsmith. Oh no, do we have a Pioneer? Okay.
Yeah, we got a Pioneer, Wind Mage, Snapping Drake. Two
Well, I just meant
Salvager
for the. I
Secrets.
just meant for the.
Oh, you know what? Maybe
Maybe
like Dwindle
maybe a Bog Stomper is better.
or the Sea Serpent.
Ooh, Sea Serpent's definitely good.
Okay.
What are you playing against?
Basically a mirror. They're splashing white.
What does Surge Mare do?
Surge Mare, it is an 05. Can't be left like green creatures. When it hits, you can
I would board out that other gear and board in that Surge Mare.
Surge Mare.
Yeah. Did you see Bombs? Is cancel good in this matchup?
Cancels, I think, is fine. They've got a lot of big stuff like.
Maybe
hold on, let me submit
maybe
this
try Switcheroo then.
Oh, I've already got a Switcheroo
All right.
and 2 Salvagers.
'Kay.
So we can get it back.
Okay. What's our record?
We are 0-1 going into game 3.
Okay. So no trophy for the trophy midgets tonight. However, you should pull up chat.
I had it up. I pulled up the OBS to fix that. Bang. I think we keep this hand. There's enough good stuff in here. Switcheroo is powerful.
I think this hand's fine, especially in a mirror match.
Yeah, we got lands and spells. Last game, I had 6 lands and the Mystic Archaeologist, or whatever it is, the 2-mana 2/1. Yes. So how's your night going?
I just spilled a glass of this on my new laptop.
Oh no!
So, it was game 3 for Constructed Clash, which you can watch on YouTube when we have time to finish it. And I was playing Teamer Black, and he was playing Blue-Eyed Monument.
Okay.
And, yeah, I just dumped the whole thing on there, and then my mini USB caught on fire, and...
Oh boy. So it's been an interesting...
This is a good draw.
Yeah, Aviation Pioneer is really nice. Lets us have something to do early.
I mean, especially with the Switcheroo in your hand, right? It's like...
Yeah, like here, you can have the 1/2. I'll take your big flyer or something.
Yep.
I did that in the first game of this league. I cast Switcheroo like 3 times.
Yeah, and then you get a Switcheroo again with the Salvager, so...
Yeah. Draw. Alright. Which is Caress, not bad. Since we didn't draw the Surge Mare, I'll play the Swamp. We'll send it back.
It's actually really important that you led on island with boarding into Surge Mare, because it means that you have...
Have we won yet? We're getting there.
Because it means that you... This is actually a mistake that I made day 2 of my first Pro Tour, is I had double white spells in my deck, and I didn't have... I led on Swamp, and it was just a mistake. So knowing that going into the hands you keep in Limited can be really important, because you could have mana-intensive cards like that in your deck.
So I'm seeing a pretty sweet line here, where, like, I play this Aviation Pioneer. I'm totally fine blocking this Doom Dissenter, getting their 2/2 zombie, and then switcherooing.
I mean, that seems like a waste of a Switcheroo, but if that's all they have, I guess that's fine.
If that's the best thing to take. No, what are you doing? Oh, okay. We're back. This was happening all last night.
Is that the first time it happened tonight?
This, the second. But I think it happened like 7 times last night.
It seems fine right now.
I'm not sure why they're not attacking. Like, I'm cool with them not attacking yet. But,
I mean, you should attack with both.
yeah.
If he didn't block, I was going to call him lazy. Just lazy creatures. Mason Clark will be right back, folks.
Cool.
So, I don't know who's in the stream, but who wants to win some arena codes?
I was offering that. So here's what I was thinking with the arena codes. If people follow me on Twitter,
Sure.
they can be entered in to win said codes.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fair. Well, I know what you should switcheroo.
Yeah. I want that bone dragon.
I have a feeling that this switcheroo is going to be real good.
Oh, yeah. Let's do that now. Give you the silly little 1-2. And I want a 5-4. Woohoo!
That was such a blowout.
Yeah, basically. Oh, man. At first I was thinking, oh man, I have the answer for that. But then I was like, oh, wait, we could just switcheroo it.
We could just have it. It could
Yeah.
just be ours.
I want this Bone Dragon. I don't think I'm blocking. I think the only creature I would block. No, I'm not even blocking if they attack with both. Plague Mare. All right, fine. Kill my Thopter. Because I didn't want to get.
I like that you can salvage your back switcheroo and then switcheroo again.
Yeah, that's
It's
pretty sweet.
It's a combo. It's a combo.
Combo. So.
Well, I think the first thing that you do is attack.
Yeah, I like this 5/4 flyer crunching in.
I think. So I would personally get the switcheroo back,
Yeah, I
and
like
then block if he attacks.
With the Plague Mare.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Or I could just like eat the Pioneer, and then
That you could do that too.
'Cause I do
that
have
actually
this
makes a lot.
Macabre
I don't think he'll attack though. I think he'll attack with
with
Plague Mare and
Zombie.
Zombie. And if he does, I mean, if he even attacks, or she,
yeah,
if they attack, yeah.
Yeah, let's get back the switcheroo. If we draw a land, next turn we can play Surge Mare and switcheroo. Alright, they're just done.
Yeah!
Woo!
Patty on the board!
On the board.
On the board! First win on stream. Let's go.
There we go.
Alright, now let's 2-1 this draft.
Before we go back into it, let's see if let's talk about the build.
Sure.
And see if, now that you're here, I do like to bounce this off.
Sure. I think that the Gearsmith is bad
Doesn't
in your deck.
fit?
Yeah, I think it's
Okay.
bad. I do think that with double Salvager, Mind Rot's really good.
Yep, I could see that.
The
The cuts were so hard in this deck. I wanted to play. Only playing 16 lands.
uh-huh.
I like Neonate as an early blocker. I think it can gain, like, this does like a lot of work in the slow matchups.
I think that I would board out Cancel until they make me use it,
Okay,
and I would board in another land.
I'm about that. We could play just the Dragon Sword too, but
Yeah, I think I would just play another land unless they make me board in the.
yeah, we do have second switcheroo. But I think with the Salvagers, we're okay with just having the one.
Yeah.
And we've got more double black spells, so it wants me to board in an island, but I think I'm fine going 9/8. We've got the Death Bearer and
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
this Open the Grave. This is also pretty sweet too.
You also have a black 1-drop, which is
Mm-hmm.
important. Yeah, I think this is fine.
Yeah. Let's see. Stop.
So I do think you have too many Chrome windows open.
Do I?
Yeah, you have.
Let's see. Let's close.
So every Chrome window is quite a bit of memory. I would actually just close Chrome because you just have Firefox for you, right?
I've got Twitch up on your Chrome.
Yeah, then just leave that
So,
open.
Just
Have everything
the rest
else.
of those. Okay.
Cool. That should save you a lot of memory.
Sweet.
as fast as Chrome is, it does take a lot of memory on your computer.
Word. But yeah, so you've been drafting M19 on Arena a lot, right?
Yeah, I've done 7 drafts on Arena, 1 draft, and 2 sealed leagues on MTG.
Cool. What do you think about the format?
Well, Core Set Limited is actually my favorite Limited.
Yeah.
The reason that I like it so much is because it's bare bones Magic,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it's actually beautiful. I'm not... So, the best decks, in my opinion, so far are Jund Ramp and Red-White aggro.
Okay.
And then the other... Like, I've also played Black-Red to some success, but everything is bad. So,
Okay.
like...
Yeah.
I haven't played anything that's, like, amazing. So I'm not sure how I feel going into this Grand Prix.
Oh yeah, you're going to Sacramento with the Team Limited.
Yep. Not Team Limited. It's just regular sealed, but...
It's not a Team Sealed deck? Okay, cool. You won the die roll.
Well, that's
This is a thing that people are
I think
kind
that...
of contention about.
I don't think there's contention. I think you're supposed to be on the play because of Red-White.
Yeah.
This hand seems very good.
Yeah, it has good 3-drops, Archaeologist to play on 2. We draw a land, we're in business. So, we'll keep.
If you aren't willing to keep this hand, you aren't actually willing to play Magic, and I think you want to play Magic. So.
Yeah, I think that happened a couple times, like last night and tonight, where like I kept a 2-line hand where it's like, oh, we draw spells, you know. Played Swamp there. I don't know if it matters too much with this draw because we don't have Shield Mare in our deck right now.
You actually do have Mare in your deck. I would definitely play your 2-drop, though.
Yeah. We'll play that. Looks like I went into combat, so we'll go through. Play that second main phase. Pass the turn. Alright, so a slow blue deck. That's kind of what we want to see.
Easy BBGG. So I would actually lead on...
I'm going to lead on the Death Baron, because we have the Skeleton Archer.
Oh, that's
if we
fair.
draw
Okay,
the land
I'm
next
fine.
turn, we can kill whatever they play.
I accept.
They are representing Essence Scatter, though.
Just attack first, and... Does it really matter what they scatter? Like, they're going to scatter whichever one you play anyway. So, I think that...
What?
Oh, that's bad.
What happened? Oh, jeez.
You misclicked. It's alright. Well, it's not alright, but...
It
It happens. Happens to the best of us.
Alright.
Yeah,
You don't get to Essence Scatter this turn. Disperse. Alright, so let us attack.
Yeah, I think that you're still playing Death Baron this turn.
Yeah. They had no... Oh, cool.
And they're F6.
He resolved. Maybe they're like missing a color?
Yeah, it looks like they're digging for something.
I don't know how... Anticipate's like medium good.
I think it's not great in this format. All of your cards are pretty expensive, and when all of your cards are really expensive, it makes Anticipate a lot worse. Unless you can play at instant speed, which I don't think you can do very easily in this format.
Alright.
I think...
Here, I kind of want to save the Skeleton Archer to be
Yeah,
like,
I would just attack first. That way, if they bounce your guy, you can just replay it.
Hit okay.
It doesn't look like it's lagging to me. Oh, it wasn't lagging. It was waiting on him.
Okay. So
I
we
would
could play the...
I would honestly... So, here's the thing. Is if you draw a land next turn, if you play this, and you don't want to play Archer, you can double spell next turn
By playing...
if you don't play the Archaeologist right now.
Okay. No, we'd have 5, so we couldn't double spell.
You could, because you could dwindle...
If we draw an island.
You're
Sure.
right.
Yeah. But if they play a dude, I want to Archer it.
Right, well, here's the thing, is that if you don't draw a land, you still have Archer.
Yes.
And you have like a flying creature in play rather than a 2/1.
Yeah. There we go.
You drew the island anyway. It doesn't even matter. So I would just jam.
Punch, then play Archaeologist. Let's see. MTG sound effects. Oh yeah. With the like minor lag stuff, I kind of like having the sound effects as like audio cues to keep going. But
When Paulo V. Tridomidorosa was streaming a lot, he actually asked people, "Do you prefer the sound effects?" And one thing that I didn't think about is that if you drew the island, you could activate that this turn. But I still think this play was better.
All right. They're like super worried about this Archaeologist. So
they're on a 3-turn clock currently, and you have Archer, Dwindle, double removal in hand. I actually don't see a sequence in which they are likely to win this game. If they play a 6-drop here, they're probably dead. They plast Psychic
Symbiote.
I don't know what that is.
It's the guy who it's a 3/3. They draw a card. We discard a card.
Cool. I think you just discard
extra Caress, right? Or probably Dwindle's worse than Caress.
I think at this point in the game, you just want to kill everything in the way. So I would discard the Dwindle.
Yeah.
Especially since you're going to Archer this turn to kill that.
Alright. Let's discard.
Right, because that'll deal 1 damage.
Yep, it'll deal 1 damage and kill it. Yep.
Yep, alright.
Combo town.
You have to hit OK.
Oh, there we go. Combat.
And then this does leave them dead next turn because that's a 4/4, right?
Yep.
So if they have to play something pretty good, you have Lecher's Caress.
Yep. I definitely like our spots. Play Horizon Scholar. Doom Dissenter. Okay. Salvager of Secrets. Are we getting back?
You actually still have them on a 2-turn clock if you Caress and then attack, right? Because it's
they have to. Well, yeah. If I
because they buff the 4/4, they take 5, and then they actually die next turn to the other Caress.
Yeah. So we'll kill the Salvager. That way our death.
Oh well, that's interesting.
No,
I think it's not good
nothing,
though.
Yeah, nothing I really want to.
Yeah, I would just kill the Salvager
and attack.
Yep, attack all out. Yep.
This guy gets a buff, which is sweet. We might just have some flawless victory. Yeah, block there, they take 5, and then I've got 3 in the air next turn if they don't do anything. So kill that zombie. Or just kill the
flying token. Yeah. What did they get back? They got back Disperse.
Yeah.
So, since they got back Disperse, I actually wouldn't use the removal spell. I would actually just attack.
Just attack with the Archer and the Wind Mage?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, that's a lag.
Here we go. Let me into combat. Attack with these 2 Broyos. If they disperse...
What is happening?
They're gonna block here, disperse the Death Baron, so that they get to eat my Skeleton Archer.
Okay.
which is fine.
And then you can still double spell.
Yeah, and I get to play Archaeologist and Baron.
And then you just kill the 2/2.
Yeah, kill the 1/2. Play Archaeologist. Play Death Baron.
It's possible that you're supposed to actually play Snapping Drake, though, since they're
As
at
another flyer?
3.
Well, I've got this Lich's Caress.
Sure.
I can trigger the Even Wind Mage. But you're probably right. As another... These are just the cards that they know about.
Yeah, I'll absolutely finish Clash.
Yeah, as soon as this league is done, we'll pass that over. Skeleton Archer, probably kill this guy.
Pretty bad here. He needs to, we actually want our opponent to cast another spell, which they did not. But I think just killing... I would just kill that archer, or attempt to kill the archer and see what happens here. Yeah. Oh, I didn't realize that Death Baron gave it to skeletons.
Yes, that's why it's part of it.
Okay. I was like, is that a zombie? I didn't even know.
And I guess I attack with
Yeah,
Death Baron as well?
I don't see why not to attack,
Yeah,
right?
there's
Like
no
if
reason
he
not to.
casts, I mean, he has 2 cards in hand. If your opponent casts,
Okay.
yeah, I mean your opponent should probably block here.
Because we do have another Archer in our deck. So
This is interesting.
if we draw a Skeleton Archer or like a Gravedigger.
So we have 3. So if we draw a land here, we can double spell again. Oh,
Oh.
well.
Also, this just kills
Easy
them.
BBGG.
Boom. Woohoo!
PaddyBMtg.
Paddy wins. All right.
So I didn't say anything that I want to bring in cancel for. I certainly don't think this is a disperse matchup. I might not even like the Vampire Neonate in that matchup.
Like it's not. They're not attacking us. We didn't take any damage that game.
Yeah, I would consider actually taking out both of those, and then bringing in probably
Maybe it's Dwindle.
probably Dwindle and then the other Pioneer, so that you can
Have some more flyers.
Well, not only that, but then you have multiple switcheroo targets.
I like that. Yeah. Seems decent.
Wow, they really did change the back of Magic cards on Magic Online.
Yeah, it's
You know,
black back now.
I actually like it. So
It's fine.
I actually think it looks better.
We'll submit that away. Spin the wheel. All right.
I would
like-
snap keep this.
Oh
in.
yeah. Got something to finish off with. Macabre Bolts will get back our dudes if they kill them. We'll keep. Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
That seems good in this matchup.
2-drop. Let's go.
So, what do you on the regular moto? What do you click to F6?
It's 6, I believe.
Okay.
I'm paranoid. Yeah, pass the turn is 6. I'm like
You
a
don't
little
do
bit
it?
paranoid. Yeah.
That's actually how I was when I started playing moto. Like
Yeah.
when I very first started,
Mhm.
I would never F6 because I was always afraid that I'd lag and like
Something would happen.
I'd skip my turn.
Yeah.
And not only was I scared, I did it a bunch of times.
I am content just like smashing that one button. Resolve? Yeah.
Not only does it resolve, but it resolves. I think that Anticipate is good in specifically blue-red spells in this format.
Yeah, if you have like Enigma Drake in your
And
deck.
I think that's about it. I think that's the only deck that I want participated in this format.
So here's an interesting thing. Do we want to... I guess we just play our 3-drop. Or do we...
Well, so since they played Aven Pioneer, I would play Wind Mage.
Yeah.
But I would attack first.
And see if they're willing to block?
Maybe I wouldn't attack. I would just play the Wind Mage and pass.
We'll go Swamp.
But especially now that you have Swamp, because then you can
Hit the...
fly your
Doctor.
next turn. Yep. So
Good curve, good
This is the
curve.
old DaysofMtg stream thing twice, where we had 2 people on every stream
Okay.
because we thought twice about everything.
Alright. Spores for my Wind Mage. That seems like a fine trade. I will take one.
I would just play the Swamp.
Yeah, I'll play the Swamp. I still think I'm just holding back the Surge Mare. I'm gonna kill this Thopter.
Yeah, I think you just kill the Thopter. And then hope that they kill that Skeleton Archer so you can Bolts it back.
Yeah. That would be sweet. Put that there.
One of the things really sweet about Surge Mare in these controlling mirror matchups is that once you do take control of the game, it closes out the game really fast because it attacks for 4.
Mm-hmm.
So it like holds the game and controls it, and then it lets you pivot really quickly.
Mm-hmm. Doom Dissenter. That is fine. Ooh.
What does that do?
So this one's pretty sweet. It's whenever a non-token creature you control dies, create a 2/2 zombie.
Okay.
It's just like tons of value. I kind of want to attack first with both my creatures.
Yeah, I actually would trade this Surge Mare if he wants you to.
I can make it a 2/3.
Yeah, I would just... There's not a chance that I'm not attacking with Surge Mare this turn.
Yeah. And Archer's good too, because
Yeah.
it kills both their dudes.
I wonder if your opponent kept in Disperse against you, to be honest. Which would be kind of funny. If they did, you're definitely supposed to tap black mana for your Surge Mare activation. I actually would activate,
Yeah, because we can play our Aven Pioneer.
and if they bounce, you can still replay Surge Mare.
Nope. Nope. We want to do that. Yeah. Trigger? Sweet.
I'm a little surprised.
And they let us draw a card?
Yeah, that seems suspect. I would actually discard the Aven Pioneer because you have the Macabre Waltz. And you can play your Sea Serpent next turn off of the land. And you can discard any excess lands you draw off of the Waltz.
Sure.
Make sense?
Yeah. It leaves us with no play this turn.
It doesn't. It does leave you with no
But,
play this
yeah.
turn. I guess you could
I forgot
discard
that it
the
was
land,
a discard thing.
but I think it gets you more value through the game,
Sure.
which I think is what this matchup is about. I could be wrong on this play, but I think at this point you just want that Frilled Serpent into play, and not only that, but if you tap out for that and they kill it, it even makes your Waltz better again.
Yeah.
So that's just my thoughts.
So they're probably going to leave both these guys back to block the Skeleton Archer. Which...
So I would just play the Serpent and pass.
Yeah, they left open... They could have... I don't think I've seen an Essence Scatter.
Actually, what you could do is you could play Snapping Drake.
That, and leave open Waltz and... I guess...
I guess you could attack with Surge Mare first.
And then, like, I could trade Surge Mare for both their dudes. Like,
Yeah.
double pump.
Yep. If you're doing that though, you should attack with both creatures.
Yeah. Okay, this is gonna be sweet. So I can...
Yeah, you
Macabre
definitely
Waltz.
switch those.
Yeah.
And then Macabre Waltz back the Archer.
That means I'm not...
Yeah, you're not.
pumping
You're not
Surge Mare.
pumping.
And then we'll go like this. Get back Archer. And
It doesn't matter because you're just going to discard whichever. Man, you know what? I think we're at the point where we don't actually want Open the Grave though. So I would actually get back
Wind Mage?
Wind Mage and discard the Open the Grave.
Yeah, like we're ahead on board. We're not behind. So let's replay my Hill Giant.
That's an insult to Skeleton Archer. just saying, it's not a Hill Giant.
Yes, he does stuff and things.
What is happening?
Oh,
Oh wow, that's an interesting line.
yeah.
That frilled sea serpent's gonna be real good now.
Uh-huh.
Although it puts it on top or 2 down.
On top.
Okay.
So
next turn you can actually play Snapping Drake and it.
and I don't have.
Ooh.
Okay. I see why they were doing that. I think we just keep the Sea Serpent.
I actually wouldn't. Because you know you're drawing
Surge Mare?
Surge Mare.
Oh, this lets us 2 spell next turn.
It lets you double spell next turn
Okay.
if you discard the other 2.
Okay, yeah. And we have Gravedigger in our deck too, so this isn't that bad.
I mean, this is insane. Like they have 1 creature in play.
We're gonna have.
You're gonna double spell with like an insane board.
So go blue.
Mason has returned. How do you feel about Mason returning?
I mean, it's medium.
I know what's wrong. You have way too much gin in your gin.
Oh, that's the problem. I have a solution. Finish it.
I mean, technically, all cocktails are solutions. That's actually the definition of what they are.
All right, let's get in there. Oh, thanks for not blocking. That's cool. I'll block your Child of the Night all day.
Will you? I mean, I guess you will. I guess there's no reason not to.
They've shown me sapling or stringling spores.
What does that do?
It gives -3/-3.
Oh, sure.
So,
You are frozen as your opponent's clock is not moving.
switch.
Oh!
Oh! Oh! Hey!
Get wrecked.
That's my guy.
Get wrecked.
Maybe they won't block. Oh
Alright,
man!
Alright, well.
I'll play perfectly. Get rewarded. Ugh.
See, aren't you glad you double spelled?
Right?
They're on a 2-turn clock.
Let's attack with all of my dudes. Man, we've been above 20 life.
The whole match,
And
yeah.
whole match.
I feel a concession as your opponent has not. Yeah, there we go.
Woo!
Alright.
Okay.
Alright, so you only won 2 packs. You're going to crack them, right?
For the stream, I will crack them. I normally do it for value to, like, get into the next draft. But because we're streaming this
Just crack one then. I mean.
Sure. We'll crack a pack. We'll do like a mini what's the pick.
Alright, I'm fine with that.
Cool. Other products. Other products.
Why are you still frozen?
Come on, Elsa. Let's go.
Let it go, let it go.
So this deck was sweet.
Can't do this draft anymore.
Alright. Open one of these.
Alright.
Yes, open one.
15 new items. How good are these 15 items?
Hopefully, like, really good. Like, super good.
They're so good.
That we can't even see
Can't
them.
even see them.
Like, our mortal eyes. There. Circle.
Apparently, cracking packs takes more memory on MTGO than basically anything else. Well, it says the pack is there.
Okay.
Well, I already know what I'm taking.
Yeah, I think I know what I'm taking too. In that top corner,
So we got a Johnny. We got.
Blanchwood Archer,
I don't want that.
our armor. Okay, here we go.
So the best cards so far are Druid of the Cowl, Electrify. I mean, a Johnny has to be terrible, right? Like, there's no chance we're just taking a Johnny. Mason says the Cinder, whatever.
The dual end, take the dual, cause fixing.
Yeah, I think you take a Johnny there.
Yeah.
Also, I think you made your money on that pack.
I think I made back the money on the pack.
All right, well, that is it for tonight's Trophy Mages.
Yes, tomorrow,
what
this
did-
guy
Yeah, tomorrow me.
is gonna stream some arena.
Yeah, so we don't do the what we learned anymore. We're gonna make that a Patreon benefit starting as soon as we start getting patrons. So if you want to do the what we learned at the end of the show, it'll be a post stream thing that we do for the Patreon only. Check out patreon.com/thetrophymages. Thank you everybody so much for watching. We'll see you guys all tomorrow. I always say next week. I'm not used to.
You're in podcast mode.
Yeah, it's like, oh no, tomorrow. I'll literally be doing this tomorrow. So we'll be on arena tomorrow. We're gonna shoot out some codes.
Yeah, I have some codes.
If you follow Paddy and as well as the Trophy Mages on Twitter, Paddy will shoot you some beta codes. So if you're watching the VOD and we still have codes, follow Paddy, shoot him a message on Twitter.
First 5 get him.
Yeah, follow Trophy Mages. And once you follow both, we're going to shoot you some arena codes. So thank you everybody for watching. We'll see you guys all tomorrow.
All right, have a great night, everyone.